Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Laura was pleasantly delighted to meet Marty while sitting by Lulu's bedside, imploring her to get better. He asked her to go for a stroll to stretch her legs and catch up. Laura described what was going on with Lulu, and Marty acknowledged he had been tested and was not a match. Marty claimed that he cut his beard and dropped his southern accent to start over. "I got tired of being asked about fried chicken," Marty said deadpanly. He had evidently hired the same dialect coach who had removed Lois' Brooklyn accent. When Lulu and Marty returned to Lulu's room, they discovered Cyrus seated by her, reading the Bible. "I pray that she will soon be delivered from this terrible ordeal," she stated. Marty led Cyrus into the hall, explaining that Laura didn't need Cyrus disturbing her when she was worried about Lulu. Cyrus argued that he was giving Laura a present instead of worrying her. Love General Hospital, B&B, Days, or other soap operas? Join the debate on our SC forums. Click here to interact with fans and participate in debates immediately. Laura sat with Lulu while Marty and Cyrus argued. Laura was astounded when Elizabeth entered the room with wonderful news. Laura carried the wonderful news to Kevin's office and told him. Elizabeth and Isaiah met up at the nurse's station. He had just concluded a physical therapy session and wanted to check in on Lucky, assuming he was getting ready for surgery. Elizabeth informed Isaiah that Lucky was not a suitable donor, but they may have located another donor. She was waiting for additional information before informing Laura. Elizabeth and Isaiah talked about the miracle of organ donation and the selflessness of someone willing to give up a part of themselves to help someone else. Both Elizabeth and Isaiah were concerned that Lucky had left town. Isaiah stated that he would have done the exact same thing. Isaiah stated that he had abandoned his profession following an unsuccessful surgery. However, he believed Lucky should stay. Elizabeth received a notification regarding Lulu's match while she was talking with Isaiah. She was surprised when she saw the donor's name. Dante and Sam gathered at the hitting cages to prepare for the PCPD softball playoffs. Dante kept striking and missing as he became increasingly irritated. When Sam returned with refreshments, Dante praised her for being so kind to him. As Sam and Dante sat down to eat, they made light conversation. Dante informed Sam about trying to stop Sonny before he confessed to his life's sins, but Marty had already given the information. "After all these years of walking this fine line between son and cop, there I was, nearly putting my entire career on the line to stop him," Dante told the reporter. Sam told Dante that she believed he would have made the correct option by not telling Sonny about the pistol. She realized how worried out Dante had been. Dante stated he was most concerned about Rocco. "I made a promise to him, one I don't think I can keep," Dante recalled. Dante felt as if he had lied to Rocco because the prospects of obtaining a donor were limited. Terry then called, interrupting Sam and Dante's talk. She invited Sam to meet her at GH but did not explain why. Sam was concerned that it had something to do with Christine. When Sam arrived at Terry's office, she was surprised to hear she was a match for Lulu. Lulu began to crash somewhere in the hospital, and Isaiah attempted to save her life. Willow stepped into the Quartermain solarium and hastily sought to leave when she noticed Drew on the phone. Drew interrupted her and hung up. Willow stated that she was there to drop off Michael's keys, so Drew said he'd deliver them to him and extended his hands. Willow dropped them on the table, leaving Drew to wonder if she could even be in the same room with him. Willow said that she had a busy day, but Drew wanted to talk. Just then, Ned cleared his throat and inquired if he was bothering them. Willow excused herself so that Ned and Drew could speak. Ned informed Drew that the court had ordered Valentine's ELQ shares to be returned to the firm after the SEC had unfrozen the stock. Ned told Drew that he and Michael could handle ELQ business without him. Drew recommended that they address everything when Michael came. "Don't you have better things to do?" Ned asked. Michael quickly arrived to talk business. Ned advocated distributing Valentine's ELQ shares evenly to the next generation of Quartermains. Michael and Drew exchanged stares, especially after Ned offered to be their proxy voter. Drew stated that he wanted to think about it before making a decision. Ned pointed out that they needed to get working on the idea. Ned also stated that if Drew won the election, he would have to place his personal shares in a blind trust. Drew didn't want to worry about it right now, but Ned emphasized that Drew would want to be in compliance with the SEC rules. Michael also wanted to think about it. I believe that the only path forward was together. So much for family unity, Ned grumbled before exiting the room. When Drew and Michael were alone, they were concerned that Ned would take over ELQ. When Drew left to DC, he wanted Michael to take over as CEO of ELQ from Aurora. Michael wasn't sure since he wanted to keep the family together. Michael also did not want to create a schism in the family. Drew then decided to divide the children's proxies among himself, Michael, and Ned, but he would name Michael as trustee of his blind trust. If that's what it takes to remove Ned as CEO, we're done, Michael remarked. When Sasha ran into Cody in the Quartermain kitchen, she questioned if he was hiding anything. Cody said that the mansion where he grew up, Serenity, was on the market. Sasha was excited because she thought Cody might buy it, but he didn't have the $6 million to cover the purchase price. Sasha still believed that Cody should pursue his aspirations. Cody hoped to transform the land into an animal refuge. Sasha urged Cody to do whatever it takes to fulfill his ambition. They considered asking Tracy for a loan, but neither one was certain she would accept it. Tracy had just entered the kitchen, looking for a vanilla pudding cup for Ace. Sasha left the kitchen to grab Ace's pudding, allowing Tracy and Cody to converse. Cody was afraid to ask Tracy for the money, but Sasha offered some advice once she returned and Tracy had left. She urged Cody to create a formal business strategy and deliver it to Tracy. Brooklyn overheard Tracy on the phone, discussing the Violet situation. Brooklyn grabbed the phone from her grandmother's hands and hung up. Tracy insisted she would sue Garth's parents when he bullied Violet. Tracy believed it was incumbent to her to safeguard Violet. When Ace began crying, she felt it was her responsibility to take care of him as well. Olivia was taken aback when Tracy left the living room and announced her intention to sue Garth's parents. However, she found it humorous. Olivia saw Tracy was attempting to help Violet as a method of compensating for her inability to help Lulu. Ned raced into the room, seething, and Olivia led him into the foyer, where he told her what had happened to Drew and Michael. Olivia acknowledged to Ned that she couldn't handle his business problems at the time, forcing Ned to depart. Ned later approached Elaine and her dog, offering her a job. Ned wanted the private investigator to find out what was going on between Drew and Willow. Felicia and Holly went to the Port Charles Grill for dinner. Holly was browsing through a magazine when she came across a deception advertisement. Felicia explained that the man in the advertisement was Mac's long-lost son, Cody. Holly was impressed. Felicia offered to have Holly over for supper so she could meet Cody. Felicia updated Holly on the Cody saga, including how Cody saved James' life, cementing Mac and Cody's father-son relationship. Holly appeared astonished to learn that Sasha Corbin was Cody's girlfriend, and she returned her gaze to the deception advertisement. Holly appeared concerned by all Felicia told her about Sasha. She was curious that this woman had given up modeling to work as the Quartermain cook and was dating a man who was good with horses and children. Holly saw that Felicia had portrayed Cody as a con man, and she wondered how Felicia could be certain that Cody was not conducting a con right now. Felicia stated she wasn't sure at first, but she had grown to trust Cody and was certain he was a Scorpio. Diane informed Robert that she needed to leave for a meeting with a judge. Mac stopped in before Diane departed and asked to speak with Robert alone. Before leaving, Diane expressed her excitement for dinner and dessert. Robert informed Mac that he didn't have to worry about Holly, pointing to the gorgeous redhead who had just departed. Love General Hospital, B&B, Days, or other soap operas? Join the debate on our SC forums. Click here to interact with fans and participate in debates immediately. She is the only woman I really want to be with, Robert stated. Mac was relieved to hear that, but he feared Robert would be pulled to Holly. Mac pointed out that Holly was still a con artist who concealed secrets. When you've been in business for as long as the two of us have, you can tell when someone is lying. You can feel it, Mac explained. Diane returned after Mac had left and asked what he wanted. Robert informed her that Mac was certain he was still hooked up on Holly. Diane inquired if Mac was correct, but Robert responded no. Holly is my past. You are my future and present, Robert murmured as he leaned in for a kiss. In the Quartermaine living room, Sasha overheard Michael on the phone discussing his support for the new Tomorrow Institute. When he hung up, she mentioned how generous he was. Sasha immediately launched into her presentation for Cody. She informed Michael that Cody intended to buy Serenity and transform it into an animal refuge. Sasha was dismayed when Michael said he couldn't assist. Sasha was mortified that she had even asked. Michael explained that he would have given her the money, but he did not believe he knew Cody well enough to invest that much money. Tracy entered the room after Michael had departed, shocked that Sasha had requested for money from him. Sasha informed Tracy that the money was for Cody to purchase Serenity and pursue his aspirations. Sasha admitted that Cody had no idea she had urged Michael to invest. I knew that me asking Michael was better than the alternative, she stated. Tracy inquired about the alternatives. Cody is asking you for money, Sasha revealed. Sasha told Tracy that Cody didn't want her to think he was simply another man looking for her money. Tracy was not amused by Sasha's intentions and reminded her of her proper role. Asking my nephew for money was extremely inappropriate. You are not a visitor here, you are an employee, Tracy said. If something like this happens again, you will look for work elsewhere. When Sasha was alone, the doorbell rang. Sasha opened it and discovered Holly. What are you doing here, Mother? A surprised Sasha inquired. Jason arrived at Anna's workplace, but neither of them understood why he was there. Brennan strolled in unexpectedly and announced that he had summoned Jason. He had news for Anna and Jason. Sidwell was not among the dead bodies discovered by the WSB at his compound. Brennan warned Anna and Jason about the hazards of Sidwell being alive and hiding, waiting to pounce. Jason didn't appear to see the huge concern until Brennan informed him that the pilot Brennan had hired to get them out of Africa had been killed. Anna was frightened by the news and tried to argue that it might not have been related to Sidwell. Brennan had an additional question for Jason and Anna. Did either of you bring home a souvenir from your travels? Brennan asked. We barely got out of Sidwell's compound alive. We certainly didn't have time to grab a couple of knickknacks, if that's what you're talking about, Anna exclaimed incredulously. Brennan wondered if Holly had taken anything. Anna revealed that they had lost track of Holly before she arrived with a van to take them to the airport. Brennan was terrified that Sidwell would go through Anna and Jason to reach Holly. After all, he'd already followed Isaiah to Port Charles. I propose that you both keep your eyes open. If Sidwell survives, he has the means to track down everybody who stands in his way. At General Hospital, Elizabeth informed Dante that Lulu was stable thanks to Isaiah. She had crashed, but Isaiah had hurried quickly to help. Portia begged Dante for some privacy with the medical staff. Isaiah informed Portia that he had found an issue with Lulu's ventilator while checking on her. He had manually ventilated her, but Portia warned him that he was not on staff at GH, and the hospital could have been sued if something had gone wrong with Lulu. Jordan then stepped off the elevator, astonished to find that Isaiah might have saved Lulu's life. Isaiah was concerned that Lulu's ventilator had failed, but Portia wanted to know what had happened. Elizabeth was more concerned with how much longer Lulu could live. Jordan and Isaiah had a private discussion about the ventilator and Isaiah's circumstances. He had been released from the hospital and wanted to take Jordan to supper. Jordan readily agreed. During supper, Jordan told Isaiah that Lulu would have died without him. Isaiah told Jordan a little more about his career, revealing that he was once a transplant surgeon and had worked with patients like Lulu. Jordan was amazed by Isaiah's enthusiasm for saving lives. Sam was astonished to learn she was a match for Lulu. Are you telling me that it has always been me? I am the one who can save Lulu? Sam asked. Terry stated that Sam was a definite match, but she required additional testing to determine whether she could donate. Terry stated that she was not pressuring Sam and that Sam had to decide whether she wanted to take a risk and save Lulu. As Sam took in the facts, she anxiously asked Terry to administer the secondary tests. However, Sam made a request. "We can't tell Dante," Sam explained, startling Terry. Terry told Sam that HIPAA laws prohibited her from disclosing any information about Sam's exams or donor prospects. Sam informed Terry that she did not want Dante and Rocco to know she was a match until she was certain that her liver was suitable for donation. While Sam underwent additional tests, a frantic Dante approached Elizabeth at the nurse's station, seeking more information on what had happened to Lulu. Elizabeth told Dante that everyone was interested in helping Lulu. Dante and Elizabeth went on to say that life with Lucky and Lulu had never been dull. "But we've both moved on. We found happiness with other people," Elizabeth said. Just then, Elizabeth received a text from Terry informing her that Sam's test results were in. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.